Hi, my name is Steve C. I'm a leadership coach and trusted advisor, and as of recently, also called the Sherpa. And that came from what I recently just experienced was my first Yosemite expedition, which was essentially a wilderness experience, where I took 3 leaders out into the wilderness for 5 days. I've been dreaming about this for a long time now, being a coach for a decade, always thinking about what would it be like to take 3, 4, 5 other leaders out in the woods and experience life together over a 5-day period. Well, I was able to do that. And I had amazing leaders I was able to go, 3 leaders I was able to go on this epic adventure with as recently in a place in Yosemite National Park. And of the 5 days, what was neat about this is we planned as best as we could with our packs, with food, with gear, with kind of setting an agenda for where we would be from day to day. There was the amazing part for me was what we experienced in ourselves along the way. And it really showed that in life, you can only prepare so much for what's to come, the circumstances in our life. But it's really about how we respond to those experiences. And in this 5 days, there were several things that came up for us that were testing us, that were a place where we had to lean in and get deeper within our abilities to be able to push through the uncomfortableness. There were things like mosquitoes, things like not having water for a period of time where we ran out, things like carrying too much gear, too much weight, and the ache on the joints and the back, things like long days and without having regular meals, and weather that came up for us. There's different variables that we had the opportunity to work through. And in life, sometimes we don't always get to do that because we're maybe going from our job or going to our families. And here in the wilderness, we were able to work through it all together because we were with each other 24/7. There's no escape. There's only sitting in that. And that was a beautiful experience of how do we work through life when we planned as much as we could, but yet based on the circumstances in front of us, we get to choose how we respond, our resourcefulness, our ability to go be above and beyond what we thought was possible. And this group did just that. And I'm excited, and I was very thankful that I got to be the Sherpa in this group. I got to be the one that helped them accomplish learning new growth, learning more about themselves. I call it an accelerated experience than they ever would have at home, because we're able to do it in real time together, to wrestle with the challenges, to look at these beautiful moments of climbing to the top of Half Dome and seeing the view, climbing to the top of Clouds Rest and seeing out and looking at this beautiful earth that God created. And what excites me about this group is they all came away even expressing to me how much more they've grown internally, how much more they've grown as a husband, a father, how much they've grown as a leader in the workplace, how much they've grown in their ability to be very confident in who they are. And that excites me for what's to come in the future, because if I know that they grew exponentially just in 5 days, then I also am excited for what's to come in this next epic wilderness experience coming up in next year and the years to come. And I am excited to have you join me, to have you step into accelerated growth, leaning into the uncomfortable places, because that's where the work is done to help unleash a better person at home, at work, and at play. I'm excited to work with you in that, in real time, myself also having to do the work, getting to do the work together. And I'm excited to be able to see what that develops in you and the new learnings from that, just like this group did in Yosemite. And they're continuing to grow exponentially in what they learned from that. And so I'm excited for you to come along this journey, this next path, this next season of growth. So if you're ready to accelerate your learning, your growth, who you are as a human being, leaning into that place that you know is there, please join me for next year. I would be excited, ecstatic to have you join me in this next wilderness experience, where it's going to be bigger, better. It's going to have so much more involved in it. Please join me. I can't wait to see you.